In this lesson, we'll quickly take a look at bringing in external models into our existing Cinema 4D scenes. So this is 28 Begin, and you can see that it's the variation that we have here with everything saved out and named correctly in our hierarchy. So you can use the result that you get from your modeling at this point, or if you want to jump in and use our project files, you can use this as well. But I encourage you to take your project through all the way. You may have included some variations and design differences that you want to use. So that's perfectly all right. We're just using this as an example after all. So what I want to talk about now is bringing in external objects. So in this scene, we've created our ship, and it's called PVTOL. I've named it that, Personal Vertical Takeoff and Landing, but obviously you could name yours whatever you want. So we want to bring in now some external geometry. So how can we do that? Well, there are a few ways that we can do this. One way is just to open your scene. So in Cinema 4D, it's really nice because you can have multiple scenes open at once. So if you go into Window, you can see that I actually have two scenes open. If I click on this, I can just switch between them. You can see this is kind of a landing platform. And then here's our 28 Begin. If I were to open up a new scene, then I now have three scenes open, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. And then I can go ahead and close out of that scene. And now I'm back to my two. So one method would be to go ahead and open up the scene that you want to bring geometry from. So in this case, the landing platform, and this is with your project files as well. You can see the hierarchy here. So what I can do is select the landing platform, and I can copy it, okay, just as we would in any editing application or word processing application. And hit Control-C to copy, and jump into our other scene, and then hit Control-V to paste. So that's just that easy, copy and paste to bring our geometry over. Another thing that we can do, if I go ahead and delete that, is to come up here to File and just say Merge. So I'm going to go ahead now into our project files, and I'm going to choose the file that I want to merge into my current scene. So in this case, it's landing platform.c4d. So go ahead and open that up, and you can see it has the same effect. It brings that geometry into our current scene, just as if we had opened it and copied and pasted it in. So if you have different elements that you want to build together in a certain scene, and then you want to bring them together, all you have to do really is just copy and paste them into your new scene, or you can merge them together. All right, so that brings us to the end of the modeling portion, but we're not done yet. The surface quality of our ship, it all looks the same, and what we really want to talk about now is adding materials. You can see a preview of some of these materials down here that have come in with our platform, so you can see you can get a lot of different looks here. But we want to add some of these looks to our ship, our little carrier here. And so in the next section, we're going to start to talk about materials and texturing in Cinema 4D and how to add those. We'll talk about working with tags and a lot of other really cool things that'll really make this look realistic. So in the next lesson, we'll get kind of an overview of the texturing section and then get into talking about our materials and setting these up on our vessel here. So thanks for getting through the modeling section. We'll go ahead and take you into texturing and materials coming up next.